Hello, Cancer. It is time for your June reading. We're going to start off with what kind of energy is Cancer working with here in the month of June. You have dun, 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 the Alchemist. Okay, everything's sliding on my table today. Whoa, whoa. Stay. Sorry about that. The Alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. Alchemist is all about transformation, about converting one thing to something else. Sometimes, in order to do that, you need to destroy the old thing, like breaking some ceramic plates in order to create a mosaic on your backsplash. You need to destroy the perfectly functional plates in order to create something else that brings you joy, that brings beauty into your life, that brings some balance into your life. Maybe these were some plates. This is just an analogy. Maybe these are some plates that have you picked up when you were first starting out, and they're very pretty, but you never use them, and they're not really worth a lot. So why not? Why not try this? Why not go for it? Why not reinvent them? You could also decide to maybe repaint them in some way. I think there's probably, for some reason, this popped into my head, the ability to repaint them and refire them so they have different designs, maybe brighter, bolder, or that meet your current decor and make you excited to use them. Interesting. But it's the balance feels very much like balancing. It's like clearing out the cupboards and getting rid of things or repurposing things that you have not touched or looked at in at least 2, 3 years. So those things up in the attic that are just sitting there taking up space, or things in the back of your cupboard that you never use. It's time to pull them out, reevaluate. Do you want to transform them into something else? Do you want to just get rid of them? Do you want to donate them? Perhaps there are things. Maybe you have some broken things you've been holding on to, meaning to repair, but you've never repaired them and you don't really have an intent to repair them anytime soon. So it might be time. It might be time to repurpose them in some way or trash them. Find what works for you here. But it is time to make that change. It is time to transform something in your life. Let's look at the tarot cards and see what other messages we can get, maybe additional details. Okay, we're starting off here with the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Ten of Wands. Yep. That all supports, sorry, what I kind of just referred to here. There is this sense of having achieved a goal or reached a pinnacle in some area. And now you're ready for change. You're now ready to switch things up, to alchemize your life. You're ready to take those next steps to free yourself up, to give yourself more options. Because right now you may be being held back by the stuff, the things that you've been holding onto just in case or what if. I think you're ready to let go of some of those scenarios in order to give yourself more options, or at least a feeling of space and a feeling of freedom. So let's get into each of the cards here. We're starting out with the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card about mastery. Pentacles themselves can be about finances, your home, your work life, or the things you do in order to bring or acquire the things that you desire, that you want. So you've reached that point where I don't know if it's a certain amount of money in your savings. I don't know if it was you purchased your first house or you got a promotion, but something has happened where you have leveled up. You have become the master. You have attained a goal. This does not mean necessarily that you own your own company or that you're becoming a management person or anything like that. It could just be a certain goal you've had. Maybe you've hit a certain level of earnings that you've always wanted, or you have multiple streams of income now, but you are feeling very secure and very confident in where you're at ultimately. That's what this is about. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. This is a card a lot of times people might associate the word miserly with it. Maybe hoarding or holding on to things, fear of losing things, fear of letting things go. What I'm feeling from this is this may have been you up to this point, but you're ready now. You're ready to let go of stuff. You're done with this. This is the energy. It feels like you are in the process of letting go because you are feeling much more confident about where you're at, about what you have. And you want to make more room for the things that you want, that you truly want, that really inspire you. Or maybe you just want to clean out your space so it feels more open and fresh and inviting and comfortable for you. But this feels like a behavior you've had up to this point where there's some fear involved, and it's time to let that go. You're ready now. And if you're not, this is a message saying that you can. You do not have to hold on to everything anymore. It is not always your responsibility to hold on to things for everybody else. That's another piece that's coming through. So if that's for you, you may be known as the person in your group that has the space. So everybody dumps their junk off with you. And then they never seem to come back and get it. And you might be over that. It's time to reclaim your space. The Two of Pentacles. This is about finding balance, a work-life balance, a living space balance. If you are holding on to things for a bunch of other people or things from your past that you were up until now reluctant to let go of, this could be inviting you to balance that out. Let a lot of that stuff go so that your space and your energy isn't occupied with all this energy that isn't yours and shouldn't be yours. You're giving a lot of energy to other people's things, is what it feels like, and taking responsibility for it when you shouldn't. It's getting to the point where you're being taken advantage of and you feel it, you see it, you recognize it, and you're over it. You're done with it. Time's up. You want to open up your space and bring more balance into your life. You want that energy returned to you, that energy refocused on you and what it is you want out of life. Maybe it's okay to have a closet or something where you're holding on to a few precious things for family, heirlooms, whatever works for you, but you need to reclaim a lot of that space. You need to open up that energy more so that it's yours. It is solely yours. Kind of gives you a sense of control back too. But this is encouraging you to find that balance. Yeah, it's repeating this balance word in The Alchemist. This point of transformation, this point of invention and destruction and invention, or invention and destruction, whichever way you want to pull it, is intended to give you more balance in your life. So don't fight that. Trust yourself here and go with that, because the universe is saying you're supported in this area in bringing balance into your life. Then we have the Devil card. This is a major arcana card. This may not be an easy thing to do for you. You're going to be tempted to just let things be because that's the easy path. But that does not improve your life. It keeps you chained to other people's stuff or to things from the past that you don't want anything to do with anymore. You may be tempted to let things sit because you don't want to make waves. But if you don't make waves, you can't move on. It's going to keep you stuck in place. It's also the term devil, the devil's in the details. So pay attention to all that. If people said, oh, we'll be back in a month to pick this up, and they never came and picked it up, well, they've hit their limit. You could reach out to them. Okay, the ideal thing is probably to reach out to all these people that have stuff at your house at your house or that may be interested in some things you held on to because nobody else wanted them at the time, to see if anybody else is interested in them, but give them a deadline. Put some instruction on it. Hey, remember that room full of your stuff when the last time you moved that we held here? And you said you'd be back in a month to get, well, it's still here. It's been a year. I need this room cleared out. You have a month to come and get your stuff, or I will be disposing of it myself. And then stick to that. Put up the boundaries. Don't be afraid to push and stand up for yourself here to overcome that reticence and the desire to not make waves. Reclaim your space. Reclaim your energy. You deserve that. Don't let somebody else pull your strings. Okay. And then we have the 10 of Wands. So wands are a fire element, and this can be all about passion and vitality and movement and action. Passion. The problem is with this 10 of Wands, and 10s are an indication of the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. And the 10 of Wands in particular is about letting go of all the stuff that does not feed your passions, that does not excite you, taking only the things that you want, that fulfill you, that inspire you, taking those things and moving forward and leaving behind or letting go of all that stuff that you can't repurpose, that does not fulfill you, that is only taking up space, and you got to stare at it every day, and you want to clear that corner out because it feels like good energy is there, but it's being stifled by all the stuff in the way. This is another card confirming that, yeah, it's time. It's time to let all that old stuff go that's no longer serving you, that you don't like, that you're just holding on to because you should hold on to it. You know what? If you don't like it, no, there's no should about it. It's time to let that go. Free yourself up. Fill your space with good energy, supportive energy, energy that's right for you, nurturing. You want to put flowers in that corner? You got to get rid of the stuff that's in the way. See the sun dappling over the walls. Pretty picture in my head of what it could be. Let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck. Justice. Another major arcana card. This is a karma type card. This is something you need to do in order to balance some karma. So this may be a behavior or something that you've pulled in from a past life or some other soul agreements or something like that, where the other party, you need to hold the other party accountable. You need to be willing to stand up for yourself in this situation in order to balance things out, in order to balance your own energy or the energy in your space. It's not an easy thing to do. No, it can be uncomfortable. It will be uncomfortable, but it will benefit you hugely in the long run. So I would get a form letter, especially if it's multiple people, or put something together. Start writing out your communications. And it does. To me, it feels like a lot of people have just dumped stuff on you and you've been holding on to it, not knowing what to do with it. It's time. And if you can't reach them anymore, just get rid of it. Donate it. It's not your responsibility. Consider it a gift, an unwelcome gift, and pass it on. Donate it if it's worthy of donation. Otherwise, don't be afraid to toss it or to repurpose it. Like I said, maybe get out some anger and aggression if it's an old pottery set and have a little plate throwing party in the corner of your basement and get some of that out. Then you can clean it up, make a mosaic out of it, or just get rid of it in the trash. Whatever feels right for you. It's going to feel very liberating, ultimately. It just will be a little uncomfortable as part of the process. But you got this. You got this, Cancer. And that is what I have for you for the month of June. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.